Welcome to Kelly Plays Opera Omnia. Today I want to go over the patch that we essentially just got last night and give my thoughts on what they offered us in the game. So without further ado, jump right into it. So first of all, the level 50 and 60 generic co-op quests can now be undertaken solo. For me, I started a little bit late, never got to do them because I pretty much went straight into the Balthier event. So I felt like any bell that I had would be simply wasted if it wasn't going towards the specific rewards for the event character dungeon. So this, I might go back and now do them. We'll see. An auto battle checkbox has been added to the party screen. Check it before embarking on a quest to start the quest in auto battle. Solo quests only. This is great for anyone who wanted to auto battle, especially on the 6-6 node. Just remember not to muscle memory auto battle after you're already inside, effectively turning it off. They've now labeled the crystal colors for people who are colorblind, which is great, good for them. I'm not. I will still make use of it though, because I always refer to them as their elements and not their color. A prompt has been added for when you had full inventory to expand on it or sell the gear. Largely just saves like an extra click or two. No big deal, but quality of life, we'll take it. Now, to what I think is the most odd thing that they added is that they gave us the Dissidia point limit increase to 2,000. But they didn't give us the daily mission change of where we get 1,050 a week. It's still 700. And then they added Power Stones. They cost 900, and you can buy it once a week, and it resets Monday like everything else in there. But that's awkward. If we only get 700 a week, but the only thing worth buying is 900, there will eventually be a week you cannot buy it. And Power Stones should absolutely be bought on cooldown every week when you can. That I don't see why, unless they plan on giving us more events that just pile on the Dissidia points, why the limit needs to be increased at all. Unless, you know, the daily was going to add in an extra 50. Because the Japanese version, they don't have the armor tokens for their do 5 mission daily missions. Instead, they get an extra 50 Dissidia points, which is why they get 1050. And why this limit break would matter. So I just think this is a very weird time to add one thing but not the other to get us caught up to the Japanese version. There are new character stickers in the Dissidia Point Exchange. It's 4 Warrior of Lights and 4 Tifas. I can show them off in a bit. But they cost 500. Which seems like a very steep cost when in the same patch they gave us the ability to buy the Power Stones. So I don't see me buying these stickers anytime soon. And then a couple of fluff stuff down here. Passives that increase ability uses will no longer display in the battle log at the beginning of a fight. All instances of battles that refer to waves during a quest have been changed to waves. Some UI updates, minor bug fixes. But the big thing here is single hit brave attacks, or the last hit of a multi-hit brave attack that causes both a brave break and a knockback. The resultant chain attack sequence will now be based on the turn order after the bravery break, which I think the Japanese version has had, and we're now getting up to. This is pretty big. It's definitely a buff to any character that can launch, like Cecil, Laylee, future Laylee maybe. I'm not too sure about what he can do now, but I know what he can do in Japan. And Cloud. They offered us not one, but 2 gem sales. One of them is only going to last 72 hours, but the the different tiers of them, depending on how much money you want to spend, offers a little bit extra rewards. So the 5,000 gem pack will give you 50 higher power orbs. The 9,000 gem pack will give you 50 higher guard orbs, enough tokens to buy an armor piece, which is really nice. And then the whopping 1760 gems gives you the armor tokens and both power and guard orbs. But do note that the 9,000 gem pack is the most value pack to buy here. It gives you the most gems per US dollars spent. So if I felt like going to one of these, I'd be grabbing just this one. But as you can see down here, 32 armor tokens saving up for when the characters I want to max out come out, which is more than enough, so I'm not hurting for them. But if you are desperate for armor tokens, here's 2 ways you can get more. Now, the big thing that they're adding to this update is they are giving us Lost Chapters, which is a permanent dungeon that lets you recruit Squall, Vanille, and Setzer, and also get their 2 armor pieces if you missed them before. Stands to note that if you already got the characters or the armor, you will get Gil in their place. I personally missed out on getting the armors for Squall and Vanille. I felt like I wasn't strong enough, I was on that grind, but I managed to get both of Setzer's. So I don't think this is that big of a deal to me. I'm probably not going to go all in on Squall, even though he's pretty future-proof in the Japanese tier list. He's really good, but I honestly think he's better as a support. And he doesn't get super good until he's actually Crystal level 60 and his Renzokuken becomes AoE. That's what makes him busted, in my opinion. And with this comes a login bonus campaign. 200 gems a day for 15 days for a total of 3,000. Thank your Square Enix overlords for free gems. They are always welcome. There is double the chances to gain a great or excellent boost when upgrading your weapons. If you don't know what that does, when you're upgrading your weapons or armor, there's a chance for the words to say good, great, or excellent. And if you got good or excellent, it gave you a little bit of a boost in how much EXP went into it. So that's nice. I unfortunately have nothing I want to upgrade at the moment, so I can't really make use of this. And separate from the other gem sale, there is a second one also going on. It doesn't offer anything exclusive like the 3-day one, but like I said before, the most bang for your US dollar is the 9,000 gem pack. That is the only one I personally would recommend spending on if you want to. And I actually did the first time we had a discount event going on. And I wish I could do more. Let's show off the stickers real quick. Here's that Power Stone. I wish I didn't. I usually just spend all my stuff on Monday. So I wish I already had a stockpile to buy one. But it's not like I'm going to miss out. You got a Let's Go Warrior of Light. A Good Job Warrior of Light. Kind of looks the same, just different words. And then you got a close-up of Warrior of Light saying thank you. And then a side view where he says till next time. I probably won't get any 4 of these ever. I don't think they look that great. And then we get 4 Tifo ones. We got one that says hello. She's bending over. It's pretty nice. And we have another one where it's close up where she just says amazing. That's probably the weakest one here. And you got another one where she winks at you saying thanks. And another one where she waves at you saying see ya. If we got more Dissidia points per week, I'd eventually try to get some of those. But like I said before, I'm pretty stockpiled on my Cycle Quest keys, and I was saving my stamina potions for a certain occasion as well. But now we can't buy these anymore, because Power Stones are better. Now, why this patch upsets me, we have to go over to FinalFantasyDatabase.com and see what events are scheduled to be released. We got the 3 lost chapters for those characters. Squall comes Squall to Zidane. I have 15 CP weapons for 2 of them, so this might not be too terrible to go through. And I even think I have the 4-star Squall weapon. I might be able to finish this one with the actual characters listed, which would be pretty nice. Vanille, Yuna, Hope. All I have is Yuna. And Setzers, which I've already completed. So other than getting 3 gems for first completions, which I think still happen again, not much point for this one. I have 15 CP. Obviously, none of these people have 35s, besides Zidane. But for all of them, and Yuffie's is actually max limit break, because I had no idea what I was doing when I started this game. And Laguna's is one-off. So I might actually be able to breeze through that one again. At the same time, we'll be getting a Radiant Artifacts for the Lost Chapter characters. So if you want to go all in on specifically any of these 9 characters, you'll be wanting to spend your SP in here. I'll probably be spending my SP in it on orbs like I normally do, just saving up for when I actually get characters I want. And then, predictably, next will be Ace, which I wouldn't mind having his 35 CP, and I'll try to get it with some tickets. I won't get my hopes up. Ace will be a very good ranged attacker, just no BS, just straight up damage. Just pile on the ranged damage. He's gonna be the only one who has a multi-brave hit into HP attack as a ranged character for quite some time, and I think he's going to be really good until someone else does. Not that I'm saying you should go hard in on that banner, though. Probably one of the best things that's going to be listed on here, at least in my opinions, is we're getting the Trials of Ifrit opened permanently. I missed Ifrit. I only got him to 6 because I was on that grind to get the Setzer armors. But the great thing about the Ifrit one is that its 3rd boss node is going to drop 20 of the T1 and 2 items to upgrade Chocobo as well. That's going to be huge. Start seeing a surge of high-level Chocobos and co-op. I'm really hoping this will make me stop seeing those sub-level 11 Chocobos and co-op. I'm sorry, but I'm on that grind. I want to get a little bit more points. Just a little bit more points by opting to find people who have Chocobos. Now, at the same time, that will also come with the same Radiant Artifact dungeons that we got beforehand, just without the half SP cost. So the proc dungeon for the specific color that costed 30 before is now going to cost 60. So keep that in mind if you want to start getting artifacts for a character. Now, a week after the Ace event, we get the Seymour event. Seymour is going to be a very solid character, up there with the likes of Tidus and Prish and whoever is top tier in our global game at the moment, until we start getting level 60 caps. He's going to be a pretty solid character. Two things to note in this particular banner. The first one, which is a good thing, is it comes with Terra's 35 CP weapon if you're planning to do that investment for when she becomes disgustingly good. The bad thing is that Seymour is pretty redundant to all those people who already have Tidus' Brotherhood, because their buffs will overlap each other. So I personally wouldn't mind having the Terra weapon, and also lack a Brotherhood Tidus. I might spend 5 or 10k gems on this banner because of a point I'll be getting to in a little bit more scroll down. So now, a week after Seymour, we get Sabin. I don't remember who all comes in this banner, but unless you like those characters, if you're a tier horde, this is probably one you're going to want to stay away from. I don't remember anything good happening in it. Pretty uneventful. Let's just scroll down. After that, we get Trials of Leviathan open, but he's just marginally better than Ramu, so other than getting them free gems for getting him to 20 and then not having to worry about it later, yeah, you're still going to be using Ifrit and Shiva for your solo and Chocobo for co-op. But here's where I'm starting to get pissed. At that point, since Chapter 7's early release, and our 35 CP release of 3 event characters sooner, three event characters have already happened, and this patch that we just got should have been Chapter 8. You know, not too upset that it's not, until I refreshed this website and saw what's coming one more down. Because Sabin would then be the 6th character after we got Chapter 7 to come out. So so that would be the standard amount of time that the Japanese got their story chapters released, is 6 event characters in between. But the next is Cryo, which means we're actually getting a delayed Chapter 8 after they went through all of that trouble to get us 35 CP weapons sooner and Chapter 7 sooner. I don't know what the head honchos who are in charge of this game have against Final Fantasy XIII, but why are you taking an extra amount of time, unnecessary amount of time, to give us the main character to Final Fantasy XIII when every other character in that game is ass in the Japanese version? Hope, bad. Vanille, super bad. Saz, meme-tastically bad. Snow, best tank, but this isn't that kind of game where you need one, and the only playable character is Sarah, but guess what? Sarah's in Chapter 9, so it's not like we'll be getting that anytime soon either. So I don't know why they're desperately hating on Final Fantasy XIII. That game was definitely better than you're acting. Now, it does stand to note that the Japanese actually had 2 more characters after this Cryo event by the time they got Chapter 8, which would be Thancred and Snow. So you might be saying, hey, it's not delayed if we're getting it 2 characters sooner, but you gotta imagine, but we were already 3 characters ahead. So if you count how many event characters it's taking, assuming we get it after Cryo, it's gonna be, let's see. So it was 1, 2, 3. Prish, Ferris Ramza, so that's 3. Ace Seymour Sabin, 6. Cryo, 7. It is now the biggest gap of release of story chapters. Now, I might just be blowing this out of proportion because I have been waiting to double Max Limit Break Lightning since I started playing this game and knew how long when she comes out by learning of the Japanese version. It might just be that, but still, this game really doesn't seem to give much love to the Final Fantasy XIII characters. It's rather upsetting to me because it's in my top 3. Because people didn't give it enough credit where it actually shined. Well, that'll be it for my review. I give it this update about a 6 out of 10. Some things about it are really good, like the new Bravery Break interaction is really nice. The Power Stone edition is nice, though I think much like Red Mage's AoE in Final Fantasy XIV, the math is off. But, with that being said, I'm glad they're giving us updates. and I will still continue to support this game. It's super fun. I'm dropping Final Fantasy Record Keeper for it after playing it for 2.5 years, and I don't see me going back. But as a final note, please just give me lightning. So this is all I'm desperately waiting for right now. Just give me that lightning. That'll be it for today. Signing out.